Hi guys, John here again. I want to talk today about recovering from narcissistic abuse. Many of us have been victims many times of abuse by narcissists. And myself, it has gone through most of my life into my 60s until I had learned a couple of years ago that I was a codependent, and I was the type of person that the narcissist chose as a victim. When I realized that my mother was a narcissist, she had no love for me, she didn't care at all. Once she told me, I wish you were never born. Now, something like that, a person never forgets that. And that and other comments similar to that put you in a mindset that you aren't lovable. Nobody can care about you. I was also told that everyone is bad out there, especially females. I didn't understand then, but I understand now that my mother wanted to keep me around so I could be one of her victims. So she didn't want me getting into a relationship with a woman, and I'd move away from her then. But this is one thing I have learned. And the whole thing is we have to learn exactly how a narcissist operates. When we first meet a person who is a covert narcissist, we probably won't identify them until we have become familiar with their procedure, their acts. They will immediately portray that they really care about us. They're interested in us. They want to hear everything we have to say about ourselves. And for that reason, they want to know where our weak spots are, so they know how to use us. But we have to learn every aspect of a narcissist routine of getting supply from a person, and being a codependent as I am. I had to learn that what I was taught as a young kid, that I wasn't loved and I wasn't lovable, I wasn't accepted, and everyone out there was bad. So I had the attitude that I had to prove to everyone I confronted through the years. I had to prove to them that I was a nice guy, that I was capable of being loved, being a nice guy. I would go out of my way to do things for people, and of course, any of us that have done this, gone out of our way to help people, we've always been taken advantage of. And when we go back and realize that we were brought up in the wrong way with negative programming, we have to learn to reprogram our thinking. We have to start to learn to love ourselves. One initial step I did at one time, I would look in the mirror and say, I love you, John. Now, I wasn't talking to the old guy here. I was talking to the little boy inside of me. Because it was the little boy inside of me, say the 5-year-old boy, who feels alone and lost and unloved. So I reaffirmed to that little child in me that that little child is loved. And the little child in me is loved by the grown man who I am now. And I have started with that change. I have taken 12-step groups, which is very helpful in learning how to care about yourself and learning that you are worthy, that you are lovable, that you are a good person. I went through all this, and there's many channels on YouTube that work in this particular manner of codependency recovery. I spent a lot of time in YouTube learning that what I was told as a child was all wrong. It was negative. A little child is innocent. A little child isn't bad. A little child isn't unloved or unlovable. It's just the narcissist parent that taught me this, and many of you out there too. So it's an effort that we have to keep up. I've spent close to 2 years, almost on a continual daily basis, learning what a narcissist is, how they act. I've been confronted by narcissists since I learned this, and I've been able to spot them right away. And they just leave. They don't bother you anymore once you know how to catch on to them. Once you realize that they're just putting on a show, wanting to use you, to take advantage of you, to hurt you, to destroy you. I've been through all this, but they can't con me in now. I can smell them. I can smell them a mile away, I would say. But I had to learn this, and I spent countless hours, because this is a very important issue in our lives, being codependent, being taken advantage of by people. Now, I didn't have the unfortunate event of some of you there who have spent 20, 30 years with a narcissist before they realize that the damage is really excessive. I did have 4 marriages, very, very short-term marriages, and the last 3, they were all narcissists. They were out just to destroy me. They had no love for me. They didn't care about me. And this just confirmed what I was taught as a kid, that I'm not lovable. But it's a big lie. And once I learned to love myself, and I worked on the codependency, there's lots of literature, YouTube, 12-step programs are very good. I would recommend 12-step programs, recovery. Once you're free, it's an amazing life. Once you learn how to love yourself, and it can be done. So I just wanted to mention this because I know many people are struggling yet, still trying to get their head around this narcissist stuff and being codependent. So I hope I've been a help to some people out there today, and I thank you very much for listening, and comment if you wish, and like and share, and I'll speak to you on the next video. Talk to you later, guys.